So Hale, what made you want to get goats in the first place?
I wanted to make cheese. I wanted to be able to make my own cheese without the FDA telling me as to what I could eat or not eat if it was raw or not, or pasteurized. And I realized when I couldn't access raw milk anymore or raw cheeses, I realized, hey, I can make my own cheese. I just need to learn. So that's how it all started. You know, I needed to make my own protein because I'm very specific about what I eat and what kind of protein I really do well with. And raw goat milk cheeses have always been a food that's worked for me, but when they were no longer available in the country, it became clear that I needed to take it under my own hands and do my own source. And initially, I had a goat share, and I did that for one season. And I loved it so much that I realized, okay, I'm jumping into the deep end. I'm going to get my own goats. And that's how it all started. And then this grazing and the animal behavior and being with the animals, you know, learning from the animals, teaching the animals have all been an outgrowth of wanting to make my own cheese.
Because you look like such a natural the way you lead them around.
It comes very naturally once you start working with the animals. You know, there's a certain trust that we've established, and you do need to establish a relationship with each of the members of the herd of sorts. And then you have to work with the queen of the herd. You know, this one is the queen of the herd. So she and I have to, and the first year that we were together, we really butted heads, shall we say, literally and figuratively, on many levels, and it was extremely challenging. But I was not willing to give up, and we work with it, and now we're at a stage where we've become a herd of 10, which is quite remarkable, you know, and I'm loving working with them. They're an amazing animal to work with, and there's so much to learn about ourselves in working with an animal like this, especially when you have an intimate relationship with, I'm feeding her, and then she gives me milk for me to make into cheese and yogurt, and I'm eating a product of hers. And then this is full cycle of the vegetables and the foraging that I provide for her. She then gives me in a product that feeds me. So we are beginning to be in sync in a lot of different levels, because in some ways we're eating the same food and we're working together in this level of feeding each other. And it's very profound when you have an animal that you do that with, rather than just in a human relationship in families or communities. And if you do it with a certain level of awareness, it teaches you a lot about yourself, mostly.